Hey, Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Man. So I wanted to talk about something really quick. Y'all know how, because I just got this revelation, and I wanted to help somebody else that might be going through this as well. We might make this into a video as well, but for starters, I want to get it off my chest right here. So if we make that into a video later, be sure to check that video out because it's going to be fire. But y'all know how, like, people always be like, oh my God, you so sensitive. You may have heard that in a relationship from family, like, oh my God, you're so sensitive. You always crying. You always going through something. Why you always struggling? Why you this? Why you that? Why you blah, blah, blah. The important thing that people always say is you're so sensitive. You need to get your emotions in check. You need to do this. You need to do that. The number one thing is it is imperative to get your emotions in check. That way that with you're thinking with wisdom and not out of emotion, because emotion is easier to move out of, but it's the most dangerous thing to do. But that doesn't mean that you can't be emotional. You can't be vulnerable. Being sensitive, someone that is sensitive is someone that has a very big heart. So if somebody is always telling you like, oh my God, you're so sensitive. Oh my God, you always, 9 times out of 10, you're probably someone that's always happy, someone that's always complimenting other people, lifting people up in their times and doing that. You're 9 times out of 10, you're a great person. You're an absolutely beautiful human being with a large heart. And it is okay to be sensitive. Being sensitive is being vulnerable. And I believe that sometimes the people with the biggest hearts, sometimes they might wear their heart on the sleeve in a sense. And it requires a special group of people to take care of them. So everybody can't handle your sensitive heart. It requires for people, the only people that's going to know how to take care of someone that's sensitive or vulnerable, which is nothing wrong with those things. That just simply means that you are aware. That means you're aware. If you're a very sensitive person, you're a very vulnerable person. Vulnerable doesn't mean always crying. It just means that you have a spiritual awareness. For example, if you're someone that's very sensitive or vulnerable, if you talk to someone, you might instantly pick up on their behavior unknowingly. You might say a word that they say for a while. You might do a body movement that they have done. I've seen this a lot of times in my life, and sometimes kind of irritating because like I just want to go forth. You have a very sensitive spirit. That's the best explanation I can give it. And it's nothing you can do about that. It's nothing you can do about that. That just means that you have power and you're very sensitive in the spirit and you're more aware than what you think. That's something I have to pay attention to. You're more aware than what you think. You have a gift of discernment to know and to feel the presence of other people and other presences. So there's nothing wrong with that, but it's going to take a man and a woman of God, or it's going to take men and women of God that really knows God, that operate like God, to love you. Everybody is not going to be able to love you. Not trying to be rude or nothing, but if you're a more sensitive person, more a vulnerable person, more of a discerning person, you're happy all the time and the smallest things break you down. Like if you're happy, you go in a room and somebody else is mad and you pick up on that. Now it changes your energy. Y'all know how people will be like, let's match energy. We're not matching energy on purpose. It's just something that happens because of our sensitive spirit, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's going to take some very strong and powerful people under the authority of God that's going to love you. So everybody's not going to know how to carry you. Come on, Jesus. Everybody's not going to know how to carry your heart. Everybody is not going to know how to carry your sensitivity. Everybody is not going to know how to carry your joy and carry your happiness and carry your confidence in the name of Jesus. There's going to be some people that don't know how to carry your confidence. So they're going to look at you like you think you're better. You're boasting and different things like that. All the while, you're just like, I'm just being me. Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Men, continue to be you. Yes, we do have some work to do, including myself, on knowing how to separate business from personal. So knowing when it's a time to cry and not to cry. Knowing when it's a time to say this and not to say that. But at the end of the day, always be yourself. If you are a very sensitive person or a vulnerable person, we do have to understand that everybody is not going to click with that. They're not going to know how to handle that. And we have to be okay with knowing that, because sometimes it can hurt. Like, dang, you didn't know that I required this. No, they don't. This type of person, other people don't know what they require. So everybody's not going to know. And it could be the small things that you require, but they're not going to know that it's going to take some powerful people to know how to take care of you. So for the time being, I encourage us to all do our extended research. If you're someone like me, sensitive in the spirit, and you pick up on things, you're a very vulnerable person, you're always happy. And when you come into that energy with other people, you can feel that, and then it kind of throws you off, or you're just, if you're a sensitive person, if you consider yourself a sensitive person, because at first I didn't want to accept that from people, because I'm like, bro, they make it seem like I'm weak. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on that, but it's not that. Thinking with a mind of maturity is really a good thing. It's really a good thing because you're able to go through life and experience pain. You can experience different things, and some people can't do that. Maybe the same people talking about you being sensitive, they don't know how to be sensitive. They don't know how to nurture. They don't know how to go through something and still stand 10 toes down. Come on, Jesus. They don't know how to still stand on business. They're gonna fall and mess something up, or they're gonna be in that state for a while with you and your sensitivity and your vulnerability, excuse me for the alarm clock, and the different things that you have going on, the way that the Lord has created you. You're gonna be able to go through anything, everything, and get through that times 10. Is nothing wrong with being that sensitive and vulnerable person, because the Lord still wants our heart to be pure. He still wants our heart to be genuine, even though we're down here getting stoned. We still need to have that good and sensitive heart. That's what the Lord looks for. A clean heart, no matter what it is you're going through. David was crying out with a dirty heart. He told him, I'm filthy since birth. This came from my mama. But he said, Lord created me a clean heart. No matter what we go through as sensitive people, we are a blessing to the world. We are a beautiful opportunity to the world. In the name of Jesus, you are a beautiful opportunity to the world. In the name of Jesus, don't let nobody take your sensitivity. That's all you have. All you have is your good heart, your compliments. People need that. They're not going to show you they need that. So when somebody see you, they're going to try to break that down. Keep that with you. Keep your sensitivity. Keep your vulnerability. That don't mean we going around crying all the time. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean we weak. That don't mean we can't do this or do that. That just means that we're more sensitive in the spirit. And that is okay. And the Lord has his hand on us as well. The Lord is going to make sure that we are safe at all times, no matter what. A saint is just a sinner that fell down. We got to go back and listen to some of them gospel songs, because they were speaking some real stuff, and we didn't even realize that. We were just singing the gospel songs. But a saint is nothing but a sinner that fell down. But a saint, he's going to get back up. That is the number one thing. So a sensitive person, they're going to go through a heartache, or break up in a relationship, friends lying on them, cheating, stealing, deceiving, killing, destroying. And that person with that sensitive heart, this is what we mean when we talk about you're not going to look like what you've been through. We are those people. We are the ones that don't look like what we've been through, because the Lord is making sure that he keeps our heart pure. Let not our soul be corruptible by the things that is going on. Don't let your soul be corruptible. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't cry, that you can't be vulnerable, why you always happy. I had somebody ask me that one day, why you always happy? I didn't even know this man. I was pulling up to do business. He said, why you always happy? Like, why you jump out the car happy? Turn my whole mood off. Don't let nobody do that, because they're taking that energy. When somebody take our energy, they're taking our power. They're taking what the Lord has created in us, which is a clean heart, a vulnerable heart, a soft heart, a gentle heart, a nurturing heart. A lot of people don't have that. Don't let nobody take that from you. Be sensitive, be vulnerable, be wise, guard your heart, but still be a loving person. God bless you. Alexis loves you, and we might pick back up on the video version about this. Have a fantastic day, my loves.